Now on Coast TV News.
Offshore wind clash. What's being discussed by Maryland Republicans after the state's attorney general jumped into the offshore wind controversy.
New road risk, why some people in Lewes are expressing concern over the city's bike and walking path.
It's a chilly, dry start to our Tuesday, tracking showers developing later this afternoon and a surge of warmer air ahead of a strong cold front that will bring a taste of winter in time for Thanksgiving.
Townhomes halted.
I think there is a good project in there somewhere. We're just not there yet.
Why Milford City Council did not approve a plan that supporters say would have brought housing options to first-time buyers.
This is Coast TV News Today.
And we are now in our 6 o'clock hour. Good morning, I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning, Matt. I'm Grace Eckerly. Thank you for being up with us. It is Tuesday, November 25th. And Matt, as we're getting closer to the holiday, there's a viral question going around. Maybe you can ask yourself this. The question is, if you were sitting down at the kids' table with your younger self on Thanksgiving, what would you talk about? A lot of people said they would talk about sports and their teams that have won Super Bowls and everything. What would you say?
I would probably go sports because I feel it's safe. You don't want to go politics, folks.
With your 10-year-old self? 10-year-old Matt Pensick was
10-year-old Matt knew his sports. 10-year-old Matt was well-versed. Well-versed for a 10-year-old.
There you go. Now turning to First Alert meteorologist Chris Mastromono. Chris, what would you say to your younger self at the Thanksgiving Day table?
Honestly, I'd probably be talking about the weather. I know that's a surprise. Or I'm with Matt, too. I'd probably be talking some sports as well. Young Chris... Probably I was suffering through some bad Phillies games back in the 90s, I would suppose. The Flyers were good, though. The Eagles were bad, too. As we take a live look in through Lewes, we're doing pretty good out there. It's pretty calm, quiet, 44. Not too bad temperature-wise. We're at 38 Dagsboro, cool spot there. Willard's 36, 41 in Seaford, and 50 in Rehoboth Beach. We're seeing winds out of the south, relatively calm right now, but clouds are going to continue to increase through the morning ahead of some light shower activity. You can see not all that heavy. Most of the heaviest moisture and severe weather well off to the south as this area of low pressure is going to swing off to our west, but eventually spread showers into the area. So most of the morning, in fact, most of the afternoon is dry. I think the showers don't arrive until right around dinner time or just after that. We're going to be dealing with some mild temperatures over the next 2 days. 60s today, near 70 tomorrow ahead of a cold front that will bring that blast of wintry-like temperatures that we've been talking about over the last few days. So it's going to be a cold Thanksgiving and an even colder Black Friday. We'll talk more about that coming up here in minutes. Matt.
Thank you, Chris. And our top story this hour, some Maryland Republicans like Mary Beth Carrozza that you see on your screen, they're demanding answers from the state's attorney general over why his office jumped into the legal fight over the proposed U.S. wind project off of Ocean City. GOP lawmakers, including that state senator, sent a letter questioning why public money is being used to defend what they're calling a foreign-owned wind developer. Anthony Brown responded, saying the project will bring in billions in economic benefits and thousands of projected jobs. He also says the state paid no filing fees. And for more on lawmakers' perspective, especially after the Attorney General's response, you can find that in our article on CoastTV.com. Happening today in Lewes, the city's Bike and Pedestrian Committee is talking about safety concerns at the trail along New Road.
Coast TV News reporter Lisa Weber now live in Lewes. And Lisa, a letter was sent to the committee regarding a trail that was not all the way complete.
Good morning, Matt and Grace. We are in Lewes this morning, and Lewes is known as a very bike-friendly community. You'll often see a lot of people walking and running around here as well. And right now we're on a trail that is right next to New Road. This is between Park Road and Forest Castle Lane. And this trail is right across from a development. It's popular for bikers and walkers. And a letter was actually sent to the city about this trail. It cited concerns that there was a sidewalk missing from the trail, and the letter indicates this causes cyclists and pedestrians to go onto New Road. There was also mention about the need for a crosswalk to Forest Castle Road at the New Road intersection. New Road is busy as it leads into the center of Lewes, and the letter also explains it will only get busier with the work on Route 1. And this concern will be further discussed this evening at the Lewes Bike and Pedestrian Committee meeting at 5:30. Back to you.
Lisa Weber live in Lewes. Thank you for that. This afternoon in Ocean City, the local government there attempting to craft ordinances on short-term rentals.
This applies to R1 neighborhoods, and those are neighborhoods that are normally for detached single-family homes on individual lots, and MH neighborhoods, which are manufactured homes.
Mayor Rick Meehan and council, they've completed a survey to prioritize a number of different options to further regulate short-term rentals. A moratorium on the issuance of new short-term rental licenses in R1 and MH neighborhoods, that is in place through the end of the year.
The Worcester County Fire Marshal's office say one person was airlifted to a Baltimore area hospital after a residential fire in West Ocean City Monday afternoon. Fire crews from Ocean City, Berlin, and Ocean Pines responded around 4:30 p.m. to a home on Old Bridge Road where they found smoke coming from a single-story home. Investigators say the fire was caused by careless smoking in bed.
We have an update to tell you about. This is a story that we first brought to you on Monday. Milford City Council denied the Carlisle development. The 39-unit townhouse plan was voted down in a 6-2 vote. Members of the council said it lacked the space on roadways and nearby wetlands. Those are just a few of the reasons for that decision. The now denied project's goal was to transform a 4.5-acre lot to townhomes priced around $300,000. Back in August, Milford's Planning Commission recommended denying the project, and one neighbor that spoke against it satisfied with that council vote.
I feel excited for the possibilities that denying it has for the future. As I said in there, I think there is a good project in there somewhere. We're just not there yet.
And on Friday, Milford Mayor Todd Culotta told CoastTV he was optimistic about the project, calling the townhouses a good price point for first-time buyers and working professionals.
State Representative Rich Collins, who has represented Delaware's 41st District since 2014, announced he will not seek re-election next year. The 76-year-old said the decision allows him greater flexibility at this stage in his life. The 41st District covers South Central Sussex County. That includes Millsboro, Dagsboro, Frankfort, Selbyville, Roxana, and Gumboro.
Two candidates have filed to replace Collins to represent District 41. That includes Republican Douglas Conaway and Democrat Ryan Stuckey. Next year's election is scheduled for November 3rd.
We're now taking a live look at Washington, D.C. A federal judge has thrown out criminal indictments against former FBI Director James Comey and New York Attorney General Letitia James.
Yeah, this just in. The judge ruled that President Trump's hand-picked prosecutor on the cases had been unlawfully appointed.
A White House spokesperson is now promising, quote, "This will not be the final word on the matter." NBC's Alice Barr shows us what could happen next.
This morning, the Department of Justice is vowing to appeal a federal judge's ruling, throwing out the criminal charges against two of President Trump's political adversaries, former FBI Director James Comey and New York Attorney General Letitia James.
We'll be taking all available legal action, including an immediate appeal, to hold Letitia James and James Comey accountable.
The judge found that Lindsay Halligan, President Trump's hand-picked interim U.S. attorney in Virginia, was not lawfully appointed because of laws limiting how long top prosecutors can serve without Senate confirmation. Halligan, a former personal attorney to President Trump with no prior experience as a prosecutor, was the only lawyer to sign the Comey and James indictments, so the judge ruled both should be dismissed. Others in the office and Halligan's ousted predecessor found there was not enough evidence to indict. Indictments that came after President Trump pressured Attorney General Pam Bondi on social media to charge Comey and other political opponents.
Comey's a crooked guy. He has been for years.
Comey pleaded not guilty to charges related to lying to Congress and obstructing a congressional investigation. He maintains the charges were political.
The message has to be sent that the President of the United States cannot use the Department of Justice to target his political enemies.
James, who previously brought civil fraud charges against President Trump, pleaded not guilty to misleading her bank to get a better mortgage rate. In a statement, she said she remains fearless in the face of what she called baseless charges. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Happening today, 3 public hearings in Seaford where major loan proposals are under review. all tied to water and sewer upgrades. According to the agenda for the mayor and city council meeting, leaders are expected to review an over $2 million loan to relocate sewer mains in the Martin Farms neighborhood. A second proposal is $1.25 million loan to relocate water mains in the same area, and a third loan proposal is for $2.7 million to build 2 new production wells and a treatment station on Nylon Boulevard.
If you take the DART bus regularly, listen up, as you might need a new plan for this week's holiday. The Delaware Transit Corporation says there is no DART bus service on Thanksgiving Day, that is Thursday the 27th, and then regular DART service will resume Friday the 28th.
And we're just getting started here on this hour of Coast TV News Today.
Coming up, travel times. We check in at the Bay Bridge as the holiday commute is ramping up today.
Also, Dorchester discount. How much of a tax break Cambridge officials are seeking from the county government and why.
Still ahead, turning tragedy into hope. You want to see this story, how one mother is using the loss of her son to spread awareness for mental health research and support the arts. And First Alert meteorologist Chris Mastrobono, there he is, live in the Weather Center. He's looking at a big cloud buildup during the day, and we check in with him next.
Good Tuesday morning, Delmarva. Hope your day is off to a fantastic start as we take a live look in through Laurel. Beautiful shot there, 42 degrees. Temperatures right now, not all too that bad. We're at 40 in Georgetown, 37 Delmar, 44 Milford, and we're at 48 Indian River Inlet. We're tracking showers still off to our west. They're going to be generally light. Most of the day is going to be dry. We're going to see those showers arrive later on this afternoon through the evening hours. Making your way out of town to the regional airports, Dulles, Reagan, BWI, Philly International. We're doing pretty good right now. We have Green Plains, no delays to speak of. Could see some minor delays through the evening as showers begin to roll into the area, at least through tomorrow morning. And then the good news is we dry things out tomorrow night right through the Thanksgiving holiday. We'll talk more about how much rain we can expect to see and then that big temperature plunge heading into Thanksgiving coming up here in minutes.
It's been more than a decade since Allison Rosen lost her son Michael, but his passion for the arts, that's continuing to inspire others. This week, Elisa Weber shows us how through the foundation, Allison is using this to help inspire young artists and to talk about mental health as well.
Yeah, he shined. He shined in everything he did creatively.
From a young age, Allison Rosen says her son had a passion for theater and creating.
At a very early age, he had an idea for a play, and as a family of support, we said okay, and he wrote it, directed, starred in it, and he heard the music in it, and so we produced his play when he was age 5 for his birthday party. It's called The Dragon, and he played the dragon. Yeah, so he did theater in school, and he did playwriting in school, and he had great dreams and visions about his craft and what he wanted to do.
Allison says her son Michael would light up when he was creating, and he encouraged others to get involved in the arts and achieve their dreams.
He was writing stand-up in New York City. He was 18 years old, and he was already like, I'm going out there, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do my show. Like, okay, you know, New York City, really? Okay, okay.
Despite his drive to create, Michael struggled with depression and anxiety, and it was not until the final year of his life that he was diagnosed with being bipolar.
Michael loved life, and he wanted to live. And people thought that perhaps it was suicide, and there's such stigma around mental health, mental illness, and he did not die from suicide. He died from a side effect of medication he was taking, and it's called neuroleptic malignant syndrome. And it's a rare disease, and it should have been caught, but it was missed while he was in the hospital in care.
Ever since losing Michael in 2013, at the age of 21, Allison had made it her mission to raise awareness for mental health and research, which is why in 2015, the nonprofit, the MVRP Foundation, was created in honor of Michael.
There was no one to turn to. We tried a lot of resources, turned down a lot. We need so many more resources for mental health. There's not enough funds, there's not enough doctors, there's not enough information, and there's stigma, as I said.
The MVRP Foundation also inspires and celebrates young adult artists by providing grants, scholarships, and recognition to dedicated individuals and art organizations.
We said we have to find a way to share some of his love and passion and art with others. And that's how it started, and it quickly turned into a nonprofit foundation where we realized there was a bigger picture. I became brave enough to talk more about mental health advocacy, and knowing that if we shared our story, maybe we could help other families to know about how to talk about it and what to do. Because we were so clueless and so devastated.
The arts brought Michael immense joy, and Allison hopes to share that same feeling with others.
So sometimes we're giving to a young artist who doesn't recognize themselves as being special, and then they get our MVRP Rising Star Award. And they're always like, I didn't know you saw me. I didn't know I was special.
The MVRP Foundation has supported organizations in both Delaware and New York where Michael was raised. Past donations include grants to the National Alliance on Mental Illness and student scholarships to the People's Improv Theater, Edward R. Murrow High School, and the Board of Manhattan Community College, raising awareness and inspiring a new generation of artists. For the ties that bind us, I'm Elisa Weber.
Time is 6:21, and you are looking live at the heart of Delaware in Dover. And Chris, before we get to those below 30 temperatures, I know you're getting to them. We do have some mild conditions to talk about.
Yeah, we do. It's going to be really mild here over the next 24 to 36 hours. Beautiful shot here into Laurel. Sunrise at 6:53 this morning. We're at 42, so doing pretty good as far as the temperatures are concerned. Not all that cold. 38 Delmarva. We're at 49 Bethany. That wind coming out of the south-southeast, so it's coming off the warmer ocean, so that's why we're even milder at the beaches at this hour. Small craft advisory up for the Delaware coast. That runs through Thursday, 6 o'clock. Ocean City, Chicotee, we have that small craft advisory up through 6 a.m., and that includes the Chesapeake Bay. Most of the shower activity you see here, this green here you see across portions of Maryland, Virginia, that is not reaching the ground. Shower activity across West Virginia, Western Pennsylvania, that's going to continue to pass to our west, but eventually we're going to kick into the shower activity as this area of low pressure passes to our west, and then that cold front you see across Omaha and portions of the Dakotas, that's going to be swinging by our neck of the woods by tomorrow night. So there's the rain chances ramping up. We dry it out through the holiday, and then we'll see another chance of showers by the late part of the weekend. Highs today, 62 Lewes. We're at 64 in Georgetown, 62 Cambridge to 64 in Denton. We'll see a high of 62 Ocean City and 64 in Salisbury as those clouds continue to increase through the afternoon. And then there's the light showers beginning to arrive around dinner time. We'll see some light shower activity, not all that heavy, and then some moderate rainfall arrives tomorrow morning, so a wet commute. But look at the temperatures. We're in the 60s, so quite mild. Could even have a rumble of thunder. Not expecting anything severe, not expecting any flash flooding. By the afternoon, we surge to near 70 ahead of that cold front that's going to be bringing in that cold, drier air. Rainfall totals on the order of a quarter to as much as a half an inch of rain from tonight through Wednesday morning. We're looking at that cold front pushing through late tomorrow night, and then there's that cold air swinging through. 70 Wednesday down to 47 for our Thanksgiving, and it gets even colder through the end of the week. So Thanksgiving itself, sunny, dry, beautiful day, but a blustery one at that. We're going to have gusts of near 30 miles an hour as that cold air that we've been telling you about pushes across the eastern half of the country. We stay dry to start the weekend, and then we'll have another round of showers, it looks like, late in the weekend. So most of the weekend will be dry for any shopping. 43 on Friday, sunny skies, but feeling like the 20s with some wind gusts up to 40 miles an hour. Matt.
All right, thank you, Chris. Potential extra tax relief for people in Cambridge. The city's asking the Dorchester County government to increase the tax differential. It's essentially a discount on property tax, since those people already pay for their own services in the city. They pay for the police, they pay for street repairs. The differential is currently around 7%, and city officials hope they can get the county to increase that to anywhere between 9 and 16%.
I'm certain every resident would like to see that happen because, you know, we're in a time where every penny, every dollar, every thousands of dollars, in some cases, it helps. especially with the rise in costs and utility costs, food costs. So it certainly will benefit the residents of Cambridge.
And Dorchester County Council President Lenny Pfeffer told us he did not want to comment yet because he wants the entire council to look over the city's proposal first.
And more to come on Coast TV News today. Travel times, when experts say the ideal times are to head out on the road. We'll be right back after the break. The Chincoteague Police Department now warning of a new scam targeting local businesses and people. The department says the caller claims that Clydesdale horses are coming to the island, famous for ponies, and they're asking for money to support their arrival. But the department says there is no confirmation that the horses will come. There's also no official fundraiser for this, and the department now asking that people please notify them if you've been scammed.
Let's go live now to the Bay Bridge, the connection over the Chesapeake Bay. There's the Tuesday morning commute heading towards Annapolis, heading towards Anne Arundel County. And you can see that we are expecting that traffic to increase as the week continues. Now, if you're heading over for Thanksgiving, the Maryland Transportation Authority wants you to plan ahead. They say two-way traffic operations may help ease delays, but that depends on weather and westbound traffic. Today, they're advising drivers to head out before 1 p.m. or after 8 p.m. Tomorrow, a little bit tighter window here. Earlier time, 9 a.m. or after 7. And as for Turkey Day, anytime before 10 a.m. or after 3.
The holidays have you a little stressed. You can cheer up with a weekly dose of local good news from Coast TV with personal features, fun things to do each weekend, and so much more. You can sign up now for free at coasttv.com/sign up to get your weekly dose of joy directly to your inbox on Friday.
It's been a chilly, tranquil start to our Tuesday here on Delmarva as we take a live look in through Lewes. 45 degrees, so we're doing pretty good to start today. And the clouds are going to continue to increase through the day today. 58 in Ocean City by around noon, 60 into Fenwick Island. You notice we're staying pretty dry most of the day. Lewes into Rehoboth, temperatures right around 60 degrees. I think the showers begin to push into the area after about 6 o'clock tonight. We'll begin to see the showers earlier on in Cambridge after about 4 or 5 o'clock. Chrisfield, we're looking at temperatures right around 60 degrees through the afternoon under mostly cloudy skies. John Truitt, Milton, Delaware, congratulations on winning an umbrella from Coast TV. And as always, you can call the First Alert weather phone for your latest forecast. We'll talk about a big drop in temperature coming in through Thanksgiving coming up in the next half hour.
Thank you, Chris. And after the break on Coast TV News today, creating rental rules. We'll tell you what parameters Ocean City leaders are considering.
Also, trail concerns considered, why some people in Lewes say work is needed for the path along New Road.
And when debate deepens, we'll tell you why some Maryland Senate Republicans are raising questions for the Attorney General and how he's responding. Coast TV News today returns after the break.
Now on Coast TV News.
Short stays scrutinized, where Ocean City officials are targeting in their latest effort to regulate short-term rentals.
Defending the wind, what Maryland's Attorney General is saying after being questioned over his interjection into the controversial wind farm project off of our coast.
New road risk, why some people in Lewes are expressing concern over the city's bike and walking path.
It's a chilly, dry start to our Tuesday, tracking showers developing later this afternoon and a surge of warmer air ahead of a strong cold front that will bring a taste of winter in time for Thanksgiving.
This is Coast TV News Today.
2025. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Grace.
Good morning, Matt. I'm Grace Eckerly. Thank you for being up with us today.
It is 6:32 a.m. We start of a big travel period. Today is a big travel day.
Yes, today is the busiest travel day. However, AAA says that the Sunday after Thanksgiving is the most dangerous day. They say chances of you crashing 65% more likely than the Sunday before.
That's a good, interesting stat.
It is.
I wonder, especially for folks that might be traveling up to Pennsylvania.
There you go.
A lot of deer up there. A lot of deer here, too, but whatever the case, we're hoping the roads are dry. And to give us a look at the forecast at this hour, we're going to turn it over to First Alert meteorologist Chris Mastrobono. He's got your forecast as you make your way out the door. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning, Matt and Grace. Yeah, dry start out there this morning, but we are tracking showers arriving later on today. So doing pretty good this morning as we take a live look in through Lewes. 42 degrees and temperatures not all that bad. We've started to see the temperatures rise here through the morning. We're at 42, Long Neck 49 in Bethany Beach, 37 there in Salisbury as winds continue to flow out of the south. We're doing pretty good right now, but clouds are going to continue to increase ahead of showers, and you can see scattered showers across much of the Ohio River Valley, western portions of Pennsylvania. What you don't see is any snow because there's no Arctic air around, so if you're doing any traveling, you're going to be just hitting rain, especially if you're heading out west, but eventually the shower activity is going to make its way towards the East Coast. That comes tonight through the overnight. We're going to have a surge of milder air over the next 2 days, the 60s to near 70 tomorrow ahead of that cold front that brings that blast of cold air right through the holiday. We're at 64 this afternoon. Clouds will continue to increase throughout the morning and afternoon with those showers arriving later on tonight. I'll have details on how much rain you can expect to see and that all-important Thanksgiving forecast here in minutes.
Our top story this half hour, some Maryland Republicans are demanding answers from the state's attorney general over why his office jumped into the legal fight over the proposed U.S. wind project off Ocean City shore. GOP lawmakers, including Senator Mary Beth Carrazza, sent a letter questioning why public money is being used to defend what they call a foreign-owned wind developer. Anthony Brown responded, saying the project will bring in billions in economic benefits and thousands of projected jobs. He also says the state paid no filing fees. And happening today in Lewes, the city's Bike and Pedestrian Committee will talk about safety concerns at the trail along New Road.
Yeah, that is where we have our Elisa Weber. The city's received some concerns over a part where the trail ends. Good morning, Elisa.
Good morning, Matt and Grace. This morning we are in Lewes and we are right along a new road, which is a busy road here in Lewes. Lewes is known for being a very bicycle and walking friendly area, but right now we're on a trail that goes from Park Road to Fort Castle Lane. As you can see, it is right across from a development. Like we mentioned, New Road is busy, and there was actually a letter sent to the city about this particular trail. In that letter, it mentions that the sidewalk and trail, parts of it are missing, and the letter indicates this causes cyclists and pedestrians to go onto New Road. There was also mention about the need for a crosswalk to Fort Castle Road at the New Road intersection. New Road is busy as it leads into the center of Lewes, and the letter also explains it will only get busier with the work on Route 1. Here's what one neighbor who lives next to the trail and New Road has to say.
They come over the little bridge across the creek, and they hit the accelerator because there's really nothing to slow them down. The road is straight until they get into the town as such. There's a sign there that has a radar beam on it for you to slow down, but people don't pay attention to it.
And that letter is set to be discussed this evening at 5:30 at the Lewes Bike and Pedestrian Committee meeting. Back to you.
Lisa Weber live in Lewes. This afternoon in Ocean City, local government there is attempting to craft ordinances on short-term rentals.
This applies to R1 neighborhoods. Those are neighborhoods that are normally for detached single-family homes on individual lots, and MH neighborhoods, which are manufactured homes.
Mayor Rick Meehan and council have completed a survey to prioritize a number of different options to further regulate short-term rentals. A moratorium on the issuance of new short-term rental licenses in R1 and MH neighborhoods is in place through the end of the year.
Now an update to a story that we brought you on Monday. Milford City Council denied the Carlisle development. The 39-unit townhouse plan was shot down in a 6-2 vote. Members of the council said lack of space on roadways and nearby wetlands are just a few of the reasons for the decision. The now denied project's goal was to transform this 4.5-acre lot of townhomes priced around $300,000. Previously, in August, Milford's Planning Commission recommended denying this project.
Milford officials are announcing a date change. This is for an upcoming road closure. According to the city, Canterbury Road, that's State Route 15 at the intersection of Airport Road, will now close to all traffic starting December 1st, 2025. They say the closure is needed for a roundabout construction. Work is expected to last through March 6th of 2026.
State Representative Rich Collins, who has represented Delaware's 41st District since 2014, announced he will not seek re-election next year. The 76-year-old said the decision allows him greater flexibility at this stage in his life. And the 41st District covers south central Sussex County. That includes Millsboro, Dagsboro, Frankfort, Selbyville, Roxana, and Gumboro.
Happening today, the Salisbury police are helping people in need this Thanksgiving holiday. The department will host a chicken dinner giveaway from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Police say the offer is while supplies last, and people can head to the Save-A-Lot parking lot that's on Cypress Street to participate.
We're now taking a live look at Washington, D.C. The federal indictments against former FBI Director James Comey and New York Attorney General Letitia James have been dismissed. And new overnight, a judge ruling Monday that the prosecutor who brought the cases, that's former Trump Attorney General Lindsay Halligan, was not lawfully appointed. The judge found that because Halligan was the only prosecutor to present the cases and sign the indictments should be voided. Comey was indicted on charges of making a false statement to Congress and obstructing a congressional investigation, while James was indicted on charges of bank fraud and making a false statement to a financial institution. Both have pleaded not guilty.
And we have a lot more news to get to in this final half hour. Don't go anywhere.
Coming up, turkeys for first responders. We'll show you the effort to support crews on the coast.
And the Indian River High School football team a win away from becoming a dynasty. We'll fill you in on what makes this year's run even more impressive. Stay with us on CoastTV News today. Holiday season is here, and so is the return of our holiday house. That's where people can submit pictures or videos of their holiday decorations, and we'll show them during our newscast. We're looking forward to this, so start sending in those pictures. Start sending in your videos. Head to our website, coasttv.com/holidayhouse.
Hope you're doing well this Tuesday morning. Delmarva doing pretty good weather-wise as we take a live look in through Lewes. Partly cloudy skies there. Temperature 47 degrees as temperatures continue to rise through the morning here. We're pretty much all in the lower to mid-40s ahead of some showers that are going to be arriving later on this evening. They're still back off to the west. See an area of low pressure center across Memphis. This is going to continue pushing to the northeast today. So if you're heading out of the peninsula, you're going to run into rain heading into Baltimore, New York, Philadelphia. Notice the temperature. So we're not dealing with any frozen precipitation. We have the green lights as far as any airport delays. Could see some minor delays as that shower activity rolls in. Where we're seeing the major delays are up across portions of Minnesota, northern Wisconsin, also dealing with some severe weather through portions of Georgia and Mississippi and Alabama. We'll talk more about our showers rolling in here and that big temperature drop heading into Thanksgiving coming up here in minutes.
Thank you, Chris. And happening today, the annual Delaware Department of Natural Resources and Environmental Control online auction for low-digit surf fishing license plates is back. From today at 9 a.m. until December 11th, 14 unique tags and 8 choice tags can be on bid. $250, that's the minimum bid for a low-digit surf tag, and the highest choice tag bidder per range chooses a number. DenRec reminds those that surf fishing plates do not grant drive-on access and permits are still needed.
The Milford School District says they are taking steps to make their schools safer by bringing in 2 portable screening units. School district officials say the purchase was approved by the Board of Education and made possible through funding by a school safety grant. Staff will be trained on these units and they'll be on hand during winter and sports events. The district says a more advanced notice will be sent throughout the community.
After over 30 years, the town of Berlin has announced that Chief of Police Arnold Downing will be retiring. Downing joined the Berlin Police Department in the summer of 1991. Just over a decade later, he became Chief of Police in 2002, and according to the town, after his promotion in 2002, Downing became the first African-American Chief of Police in the department's history.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
In Dagsboro, it's been an unreal 2-year run for Indian River football. After winning a state championship last year in 1A, the Indians are a victory away from running it back in District 2A. They took down Lake Forest for the second time in 3 weeks to punch their ticket to make it possible. And that's a really good Lake Forest team. They had the duel once again over the weekend. The first game was a back-and-forth battle decided in the final seconds of the fourth quarter. Same one this time around, an offensive battle, 21 combined points. Coach Phil Townsend feels the bump in competition has only improved his team.
I mean, really, this comes down to the kids. Hard work, dedication since August 4th. coming into this season, moving up from 1A to 2A, you know, a lot of people in the community, a lot of other teams, other coaches, you know, they were thinking 5-5, 6-4 type of team, maybe 7-3. And we kind of got the ball rolling early on in the season. Then we got the district play, and, you know, we kind of hit a stride, you know, winning games. And, you know, once we won the district title and made the playoffs, you know, that's kind of 3 goals that we have: win the district, make the playoffs, and make the state championship. And you're giving yourself an opportunity for the end goal of the trophy.
Gotta wait till Saturday to see if Indian River can win that trophy.
And coming up tonight on DSN, we have live NCAA men's basketball at 7. That's when Maryland Eastern Shore hosts Hampton, and then you can catch the final score at 10:30 p.m. As for DSN Plus, you get that UMES basketball game, and at 5, you can also watch Bayside All-Star soccer games.
And coming up in the NFL, very exciting. You can watch the Thanksgiving Day football right here on CoastTV. I think I know what Matt will be doing. And the Baltimore Ravens will host the Cincinnati Bengals during the holiday game. You can watch that game right here at 8 p.m. And here's what you can look forward to this afternoon on Coast Life at 4 p.m.
Hope you're having a good day so far, but if you join us today at 4 on Coast Life, here's what's coming your way. Black Friday deals at Preston, definitely a great time to buy a vehicle, and there could be some other great prizes and incentives for you there as well. Also, we've got our dish of the week, a delicious meatball dinner that you don't want to miss, and the holiday season is fast approaching. That means it is holiday parade season. We've got details on the Rehoboth Beach Christmas Parade. All of that and more is happening today at 4 on Coast Life. See you then.
Well, clouds will continue to increase through the day today ahead of showers that will be rolling in through the evening. We'll start the day tomorrow with showers, quite mild before that strong cold front brings in, well, a taste of some winter-like temperatures as we roll out the turkey. We'll talk more about that coming up next.
The time is now 6:49 a.m. as we're taking a live look into Laurel for our sunrise reveal of the day. Chris, gorgeous as always. How lucky are we?
Looking good there. Beautiful colors. And yes, we're going to see the clouds continue to increase through the morning and afternoon. We're tracking around to showers, and those will be arriving later on today. We're at 47 right now, so doing pretty good temperature-wise. Not all that bad. We're at 41 Dagsboro, 40 Georgetown. We're at 41 in Seaford, and that's thanks to a southerly wind flow kicking in, and that's allowing for milder air to work into the region. Small craft advisories up for the Delaware coast. Those run through 6 o'clock on Thursday. Then the small craft advisory, Ocean City through Chincoteague, and then the Bay. This runs up through 6 a.m. on Wednesday. We're dry for now, but you can see some showers beginning to work into western portions of Virginia, western Virginia, as well as Maryland, western Pennsylvania. It's generally on the light side. The severe weather well off to the south across portions of Mississippi and Atlanta and the Georgia area. So we're not going to see any severe weather. We're going to be dealing with just showers overnight in through Wednesday morning. We dry things out, and then we're looking at another round of showers late in the weekend. So today we're looking at temperatures getting up in the lower 60s. Lewes, Rehoboth, Dewey Beach. Most of the day is dry. Showers arrive after about 5 o'clock this afternoon through the evening hours, generally on the light side. A mild night. We're going to have temperatures more milder than where we should be for average highs for this time of year. So a round of rain in through Wednesday morning. So a wet commute, could even see a brief period of some moderate to heavier rainfall, but it's a brief hitting system because we're drying out by the afternoon and turning even milder. That's ahead of the cold front. We're near 70 degrees before that cold front arrives. On average, about a quarter to as much as a half an inch of rain. Could see a locally higher amount, up to 3/4 of an inch, but generally speaking, a half an inch of rain across the area. There's the cold front pushing through as we get into Thanksgiving. So we're at 70 Wednesday, 47 for your Thanksgiving. We're going to be dry. It's going to be sunny, but a blustery day with those wind gusts as high as 30 miles an hour. And it gets even colder if you're heading out for doing any shopping on Friday through the weekend as that trough pushes across the east. We do stay dry, it looks like, for most of the weekend, with that next chance of showers rolling in late Sunday through your Monday. So your 7-day forecast shows 47 for your Thanksgiving. Sunny skies into Friday, 43. Notice those overnight lows dipping into the 20s. So we start the weekend off rather cold, 42. Clouds will be increasing Sunday, and then some more seasonable temperatures arrive by the second half of the weekend, 55, with a chance of showers late Sunday through Monday. But overall, that big temperature drop coming in Wednesday through your Thanksgiving. Grace.
Thank you, Chris. And now a group of local sponsors and volunteers delivered 400 turkeys across the peninsula Monday to first responders. The group gave out turkeys and goodie bags to police and fire departments in Ocean City, Berlin, Ocean Pines, Fenwick Island, Bethany, and Dewey. Organizers say the effort started 4 years ago with 250 turkeys and has now grown every year as more and more towns and departments join the list.
This year's Bless Our Children campaign is in full swing. Thanks to your generosity, we've already raised almost $142,000 to help buy Christmas gifts for children on Delmarva who might otherwise go without. And businesses can help by accepting the Shell Brothers Challenge of donating at least $1,000. And if you want to help, you can send a donation in a holiday card, and we may just read it on the air. Send a check or money order to the address on your screen, or donate online at blessourchildren.org.
The time's now 6:53 a.m. and it's time to check in with our coastal pet of the day.
Grace, we saw this guy last hour. We are talking royalty this day for our pet of the day. On your screen, that is King. His Majesty loves the water, hunting, and fishing. Looks like is he by a hot tub there or a pool? King was submitted to us by Lena in Ocean City.
Oh, we want to see more of your pets on Delmarva. You can tell us what makes them so special. Send us a photo, and if you take a look at your screen.
That's where the QR code is. Scan that, get your friends to us, and then watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all the pets we feature.
Clouds will continue to increase through the afternoon. A mild day. We're going to get up into the lower 60s. Showers arrive. Generally, light showers are going to be arriving this evening through the overnight. A period of some moderate rainfall through tomorrow morning, and then we dry things out by the afternoon ahead of the cold front. Look at that, 70 degrees for our Wednesday. We're down to 47 for Thanksgiving. Now, the good news is we're going to stay sunny, dry through your Thanksgiving. Black Friday, making any plans to do some shopping. You're going to have to dress warm. Grab the hot chocolate. 43 in through your Friday. After beginning in the 20s, the wind chills are going to make it feel like the 20s. Gusts upward to 40 miles an hour. Now, the good news is it's a brief shot of cold air because by Sunday we're back up to 55 with another chance of showers late Sunday through Monday. And then we stay unsettled in through early next week.
Yikes, Chris.
I'm also going good news. I didn't hear snow in that forecast.
No, I know my snow lovers out there are wanting the snow. We still got some time.
I think you're speaking for yourself. A white Thanksgiving.
Oh, I love my snow. I like snow too.
Yeah. All right, you guys.
Well, thank you, Chris, and thank you for joining us here on CoastTV News Today.
And the Today Show is coming up next at 7 a.m.
And we'll be back with you for CoastTV News midday at 11 a.m.
And for even more news and coverage you can count on, download our CoastTV News and weather apps. Have a great Tuesday morning, everybody.